Okay, here with Nikola Bundalo, prolific prep. Just wrapped up the For The Fight Hoopfest. You guys battled in both games but fell. What were some of your takeaways from this week?
I mean, obviously it is tough to lose, but I think more than anything, I think us being together and coming together is probably the biggest thing we can take away from these two losses. I think in an environment like this where all of us are away from home and constantly, away from our parents, away from the people that we care about, our guys become family, So I think with us just keeping that brotherhood and keep staying together is the most important part.
What are some things that you kind of learned about your teammates on this trip?
I think not having DP for us was in a weird way good to finally get a bunch of guys out of their shells. Rajon Roberts is an unbelievable guard from Chicago, hard-nosed kid. I love his game. Getting to see Rajon, man that one position and watching him grow through these past 3 games, has been super huge for us. Seven Spurlock, obviously, he's been starting for us all year, but I think people are finally starting to see how much of a winner that kid is. Obina Akazi, super young guy, amazing shot blocker. I think in that game he saved us. I think he really kept us in that game. So I think we just learned a little bit more about the guys who maybe weren't getting as many minutes to start the year, are finally getting those minutes now and seeing how they can contribute.
Yeah, for sure. For you personally, how do you tend to kind of battle through adversity and stuff?
I think it's definitely easy to get mad, upset and frustrated about that stuff. But one thing I've been working on myself is just understanding that losing is just a part of basketball, just like winning is. So for me, a lot of the growth has been through like figuring out what I can do to not let that happen again instead of letting my emotions fester. 'Cause I think a lot of times guys let their emotions fester and creep in and stuff like that, and they think about, oh, I didn't do this or I didn't get the ball here or things like that. But when you start thinking about it objectively, you can grow and learn from it. When they score on you or when something doesn't work for you and you watch the film back, I'm more focused on how can I fix it than how did I feel in that moment.
Are you pretty big into studying yourself on film?
Yeah. I think self-reflection is the biggest form of growth that we can have, and it's the biggest form of self-love you can have. Being honest with yourself and being able to sit down with yourself and tell yourself hard things that you might not want to hear in that moment, but you need to hear is just part of it.
Yeah, I mean, being self-critical, is that something that you've always been good at in terms of breaking down film and wanting to improve, or is it something that has taken some time to learn?
Oh, definitely. I think it's definitely taken some time. When I was younger, I think I was a lot more emotional. I think my freshman year and stuff like that, I was a lot more emotional. I was playing for public school teams, and I've kind of graduated all the stages of high school basketball. I went from high school to prep, and then I went to prolific this year. So I feel like I've kind of had that opportunity to grow my game as I've grown my basketball mind and stuff like that. So I'd say it was definitely more of a process for me.
Yeah. In what other ways do you feel like your game has grown as you've kind of gone up levels?
I think my ability to read the floor, and then I think handling adversity. I mean, you brought it up, but in a weird way, I think that's probably one of the biggest things I've learned. I didn't have a great first half until I think maybe 2 or 3 minutes left, and I went for 8 straight, and then I think I ended up with 19 or 20 in the game. I think I pushed through a little bit of adversity there, and I'm starting to realize that as long as I'm focused on winning, everything else is gonna come.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of touched on it. It's always a fine balance between being emotional out there and kind of letting that mess with your mind versus allowing you to focus and be more competitive.
Right.
How do you, because you play with a lot of fire and stuff.
I appreciate that.
Talk and stuff.
I appreciate that.
So how do you kind of walk that line?
I mean, for me, basketball is if in my mind, you're not going to be good at basketball if you don't wear your emotions on your sleeve. If you don't play for the people behind you and for the people that have gotten you to that point, then I feel like I'm not doing it for any meaningful reason. So for me, I'm playing for my parents. I'm playing for the people who are behind me and helping me uphold the things that I'm trying to do right now. So when my pride gets put on a line like that, I mean, it's safe to say, people say they're dogs all the time, but I think it's safe to say I became a wolf in this game. Like for me, somebody bumps me, somebody dunks on me, I'm clapping, I'm laughing. To me, that's fun. That's part of the game. Getting dunked on is part of the game. Getting broke's part of the game. If you don't enjoy every second of it, man, I feel like you're missing out. And that game, as much as it is tough to lose, I loved every single second of being on that floor and compete.
Yeah, you just kind of relish competition.
I love it. I love every second, every bump, every scrape, every bruise. It means something to me.
Yeah, for sure. talk about the transfer to Prolific. What kind of went into that process?
I mean, Coach Bernardi has been he's been the best coach I can ask for. It was a sudden decision for me. I think it was kind of near, and I was supposed to go back to Western Reserve, and then I think that week before I kind of got the opportunity to come play at Prolific, and I thought about it, and it really was a difficult decision, but I decided to trust Coach Bernardi and stuff like that, and then make the move to Prolific. I mean, he's been wonderful. I mean, I trust him with anything. I think he's a guy that any kid should be able to put their utmost trust and 100% faith in him.
Yeah, awesome. You committed today to University of Washington.
Yeah.
So congratulations on that.
Appreciate that.
What makes them the right fit for you?
I mean, I just think Coach Sprinkle's ability to coach. I think the four-man specifically, if we talk about from a positional standpoint, I mean, his four-man plays the most minutes in the NCAA out of any other coach that plays four-man. Like he's got the highest usage rate. He's on his way out now. He's a senior, so I think from a playing standpoint, I have a lot of opportunity to come in and make an impact right away. And then from a coaching staff perspective, I think they believe in me as a person. I think no matter what happens to me or no matter what other people say, they always have faith in me as a person, and then the people behind me as well. I think the relationship that they build with my family and stuff like that is something I appreciate. I mean, to the utmost.
Yeah, last time we spoke with you about your recruitment, you kind of touched on that playing style and culture, and so you feel like Washington kind of fits the bill that way?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think in a world where a lot of guys want to go to these big time colleges and all this stuff, I wanted to find people that were for me, and I think I did that for sure.
Awesome. What type of role do you think you could play on the team next season?
I mean, I think I'll be an impact guy off the jump. I mean, I don't see why not. I can rebound the ball. I can push it. I can be a facilitator for my teammates. I think I still have a lot of room to grow on the defensive end and become a defensive monster. I just feel like across the board, I can be one of the most versatile freshmen in the country.
Yeah. Any NBA players that you enjoy watching and kind of modeling your game out?
I mean, I do like. I mean, obviously people say I look like him, but Chet Holmgren, I like Chet's game.
Okay.
I like Anthony Davis's game. From a passing perspective and being unselfish, I think me being Serbian too, Nikola Jokic. I think Luka Doncic's pace. There's a lot of guys I think I admire in the NBA. A lot of them.
A few more questions. But yeah, last time we spoke with you, we asked you about a hashtag that would fit you. You said #kill. You feel like that still fits you now, or is it a different hashtag?
Oh, for Washington, #bow down. You know what I'm saying? Go Dogs, you dub. But I mean, #I'm coming for it all. That's my new one. That's my one for this year, man. I mean, we want to win it all. Obviously, 3 hard games, 3 losses, but we're gonna be back. And trust me, we're gonna be back with a vengeance.
And we'll wrap it with this. But what's your message to the Huskies fans that are excited about your commitment?
Get ready for a lot of winning. I'm gonna show y'all I'm a dog, and I'm gonna show y'all why I'm proud to be a Husky.
Awesome. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.